Hey guys, so the revolution is happening again this Saturday. We'll start at 11, and that'll be our first service. And so I'll kick it off with worship, and then there'll be a pastor or a man from Kenya preaching. And so he's a guest speaker. And so I'm excited for him to speak, and then I'll speak right after him. And we're just gonna go for it and allow the Holy Spirit to do what He wants and to really just wreck us. He's just been wrecking my life. He's just so good. God is amazing. I was at Trader Joe's today, and the clerk was like, "Hey, how's your day?" And I was like, "Hi, I'm a blessed woman." He was like, "What?" He was like, "Oh, really? That's cool. Why are you that way?" And so I go, I just love Jesus. Like, he just lights up my life. I just love God. And so he was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, he's amazing. He's just so cool. He's awesome." And then I said something like, "He just gives me continuous joy." And so he was like, "Oh, wow. Did you just come from a service?" And I was like, no. I walk with God. Like, God is amazing. He's my best friend. Like, from the moment that I wake up to the moment that I go to sleep, I'm talking with him, and we're in fellowship. I'm talking with him. He's awesome. And so he looks at me and he was like, "Oh, I like your energy." And I was like, "Oh, energy. About that energy life. Okay." But yeah, it's all good. I'm like, "Okay, no, this is good." And so the lady who's bagging is like looking, and she's just like, but she's smiling too. And I'm like, "Okay, cool. There's no one in line. I'm not taking away from his job or his work. We're just having conversation." And then he said something about energy, and I was like, "No, like, yeah, it's Jesus. It's Jesus." And then I asked him, I was like, do you know Jesus?" And he was like, "I did once." And he said, "A long time ago." And I just looked him dead in the eyes, and I was like, "He's real, and he loves you, and he wants relationship with you." And like, for one moment, it was like, "What?" Like, his face was like, "What?" Like, and then he went back to doing his job, and he was like, "Oh." And I'm like, and I said it again, like, he loves you. Like, and he really does want a relationship with you. He's real. And so he's kind of listening, and then he was like, "Thank you." And I'm like, "You're welcome." And so I ended up paying for it, and I was like, and then I just started telling him some just fun stories about how God wakes me up, and how he's real, and he's alive. I'm like, God is awesome. Like, he's so fun. He's not boring. And so we end up bagging, and I'm on my way out, and in the moment I'm like, "Whoa, God, what's happening to me? What are you doing? I love it." And it's just this zoom in the moment, like you just become, it's almost like the messenger of God in the moment. And even if it's for like 2 seconds of time, it's just like God is just, you can just tell he's right behind your words, and he's right behind your eyes, and like, he's just right in the moment with you, and he wants to speak through you. And who knows what happens with him later, but I'm going to keep praying for him. Even as I was driving home, I just kept praying. And even people that I've encountered on the street as I'm driving home, I'll just start to remember people that God has had me pray for, and the people that are just far away, or those that are just confused or lost. And again, it's being God's heart, right? And we get to be God's heart, his hands and his feet to people who have no clue who he really is. And so I'm just excited about the revolution. And Pastor Emmanuel Pronkin is going to preach at 7. This kid is 17 and on fire for God, pastoring this church. You don't want to miss it. And he has a special guest pastor coming in to preach with him, and just, it's going to be awesome. And so if you're coming, expect to receive and hear from God, and then give him away. So get filled up and then release him. And yeah, I'm excited to see you out there. If you have any questions, or you want to inbox me for more details, feel free. Be blessed, and hope to see you soon. All right. Okay, bye.